Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Seminaria. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. When I see people being banned on TikTok for what they say, especially when they went overboard or when they go out of order, I love to see it. So this Native American man thought he wanted to shine with black people and came out to tell black people about their privilege, black privilege. He actually got banned, not jokes, banned on TikTok. His account is normal because you all are very silly. What is black privilege? That black people are the most people with privilege. And the other one said because black people make earn better salary than every other person in the world, that's why that's why they have privilege. Do you people hear yourselves at all? The other silly wolf had said because they can say the word and the other people cannot say. How lame, how silly, how senseless could you be? Because it's only a senseless person that could say something like this and think he is winning. Because, bro, you ain't winning. You ain't talking anything. You are talking nonsense. When I say nonsense, nonsense, absolutely nonsense. Black privilege. That's why we saw a reverse racism. Man, you all suck. Let's get into this video.
People are getting sick and tired of your black privilege you guys got. You guys got black privilege like crazy. Since when you guys started asking the questions you ask and thinking that it's not disrespectful or something, yeah, yo, do something. I don't have to do anything. You do it to yourselves. Literally, nobody has to do anything to you guys. You literally are unaliving yourselves. Black privilege, yes. There are things black people can do that other people can't do.
Well, hello there. You're absolutely right, and I'm finna show you. I'm finna say some things. Y'all have no right to call white people Neanderthals. I'm gonna tell you that. Y'all got just as much Neanderthal as they do, and that's without being mixed up with them, which clearly you are. You dolls roll, black blood on your hands, contributor to silent genocide, enslaving of black people, square-faced, whatever the equivalent of quadroon for Native Americans is. You blood quantum barely made it into the tribe, motherfucker. Got some nerve to talk about black privilege and we kill each other? Let's look at y'all's crime rates against y'all beating your women, unaliving your women. Y'all's best bet was to not kick us out of the tribes, which y'all do at alarming rates. Y'all's best bet for survival of y'all's culture was to keep us in those tribes and mate with us because we would have kept them for you. But who the fuck wants to do that? I don't know what kind of, what tribe that you're from, but I know that on the Trail of Tears, y'all had us in chains walking down with you crying. Most of the tears were of black people. I'm so sick of everybody attacking black Americans. I don't know what the fuck to do. Now it's you. I know you're not sitting there with that pathetic music in the background. You could have played some drums or something. Y'all need to worry about your own motherfucking people. You want to know why all black people always say that we got some type of native in our blood and then it comes up that it's barely in there or it's none at all? It's because y'all had us enslaved in your tribe. See, I came up with this theory. Y'all did in fact have us enslaved in at least your 5 civilized tribes. It was more. And when y'all lost the Civil War, which was about freeing enslaved black people, you kicked black folk out because you couldn't keep them as slaves. And because it's been hundreds of years of passed down trauma and stories, we thought that we came from your tribes and were mixed up with you, when in reality we were enslaved. And that's why we always have 5 tribes, there's 5 civilized tribes to say what we are: Cherokee, Choctaw, Black, all those. Y'all did us dirty. Y'all are colonizers of black labor. Clock that. If it wasn't for black people making that uproar and fighting for our rights, you wouldn't have the reservation land that you have today, nor your casinos or anything the fuck else. You're welcome. If you hadn't have kicked us out of your tribes, hadn't had us enslaved, we wouldn't have our black people claiming to be Native American. Because the thing is, once y'all made them part of your tribes as slaves, they are part of the tribes. Clock that. But don't worry, you don't have to worry about me claiming to be such things. I'm very happy being Black American. 10 out of fucking 10.
Black privilege is a thing. And a lot of people will sit there and argue with me and tell me that I'm wrong. But you can't. Because if you really think about it, Black people in America, especially in America, have more rights when it comes down to freedom of speech. On this app alone shows exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not going to show you any examples because all you have to do is go into the search bar on TikTok and search white people are, white people this, white people something, and you will find nothing but derogatory shit hurled at white people from Black people. But you can't say the same about white people and Black people. White people can't say these things on TikTok. White people can't say these things on the internet. They can barely say it out loud because then they'll be ridiculed as racist. But a Black person can come on this app or really any other app and say whatever they want about white people. They can call them names, they can call them derogatory names, they can say anything they want about them, they can insult them, they can insult people right directly to their face, and they will not get any trouble whatsoever unless the video gets mass reported. And even then, in the comments, you're gonna see a whole bunch of Black people, especially Black women, agree with this type of shit. And so that is a privilege in itself, being able to have more freedom of speech than white people. Imagine having upgraded rights and you're over here complaining that America's so bad. So the next time someone brings up white privilege this, white privilege that, bring up how ridiculous Black privilege is and then show them my example.
Black Americans are one of the most privileged people in the world, and we have to talk about it more. Here's the average salary in Mexico, in Ukraine, in Egypt, in Vietnam, all big countries with huge economies from different continents. And here is average welfare check in USA. You see the difference? People all over the world have to work hard for this money, while people in America are getting more for doing absolutely nothing, just because they are born in the United States.
Captain North Star, was that you? Yeah, I can't put your profile picture up here because TikTok seems to get bent out of shape when I put you bigots on blast. Let's get it. All right, I don't know where you get your stats from. You probably added a bunch of shit together that doesn't even go together, but let's try this first. In 2022, the last recorded year of completion, the average household received $243.43 from SNAP, which is welfare money given to families for direct dollar amount purchases. But here's another thing, while you're talking about privileged Black people and welfare. The largest group of people on welfare, 36.5%, are white. Moving right along. Now back to this for a moment. There are approximately 65 million people in this country on welfare or some kind of assistance. And of those, as I told you, 36.5% are white, while 25.8% of the respondents were Black, 16% were Hispanic, 1% of the respondents identified as indigenous people, and the rest is made up of other. And as far as those countries you mentioned of Mexico, the Ukraine, Egypt, and Vietnam, guess how many of them are on the top 10 economy list in the world? All right, number 1 and number 2 top economies in the world are China. Number 3 and number 4 are Japan and Germany. 5, the United Kingdom. 6, India. 7, France. 8, Italy. 9, Canada. And 10, South Korea. So what in the entire hell are you comparing the United States economy to? Countries that are not even in the top 10. And all of those other stats you're talking about, income, do nothing to put a dent in the fact that white Americans hold 85% of the total U.S. wealth, but only make up about 60% of the population, while Black Americans hold 4% of the wealth and make up about 13% of the population. Put another way, the wealth of the richest 400 Americans is approximately equal to that of 43 million Black people. You're just a bigot with an accent that think black people should be happy with the crumbs from the table that we built.
This is all I got from this video. I love it when people look for a way to drag black people into something they know nothing about, then them being dragged all up. It is so gorgeous because I am actually looking for where they are selling black privilege. If I get it, trust me. If I don't have money, I will go and borrow and buy the privilege because I am still looking for the privilege. Yeah. The only privilege I love when it comes to black people is when I go to a public pool and they're all dispersed and I am all alone in that pool. See that privilege? Or when I am in a public transport and nobody want to sit around me because they are disgusted at my skin color. Yeah, I love it. I love it. You all just wake up and make up something that I know nothing about and call it something. Black privilege. That's Native American guy. Yes, he got banned. I love to say things like this because black people are all privileged. The other wolf hats silly human being said because they can say the word and nobody can say the word. How lame of a person are you? Very lame human being. Sincerely speaking, there are some people you look at and you are like, how did I get to know someone like this? Because his mentality is so poor, very poor mentality. Black people this every day, black people that. That privilege, I really do wish we have that privilege and we hold it. You think black people will be talking like black people will have time for you people? No. You see that system? They will go to the highest mountain and dismantle it. Move forward. If we got that privilege that you guys wake up every day to tell black people you have black privilege. That is how they woke up with reverse racism. Because they couldn't stomach the fact that they are the only way to desist. And they decided that there is something they call reverse racism and they are going to use it on black people to make them feel guilty. You and who is feeling guilty of what your ancestors did? Was it black people's ancestors that lean and shame, that remove people's dentition, that you couldn't smile because you don't know that they stopped their hair? Mary Turner, Black Wall Street, or Lake Lanier, or Black Wall Street on a black community underwater. Which one am I going to talk and leave? You all be playing too much on this app. But yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's the cash for TikTok, but some of you all are just anti-black. Bye for now.